No intro. The reason why I'm not coming up because I'm sick. I'm under the weather. Because for two things. All right. One, I have a sore throat. Uh, Two, and I'm sick with this garbage football team. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm done with Ryan Poles. And I'm gonna give you my reasons why. This year, all right, we whether or not we made the playoffs or not, was supposed to be an improvement from last year. We had 7 wins last year, folks, and we're on the verge of having 4 wins. And this is Ryan Poles' third year, and he has yet to have a winning season. And I'm going to tell you why I'm done with him. And listen, I've been to bat with Ryan Poles. I was labeled a polesexual, but I'm done with Ryan Poles. It's been 3 years. He hasn't gotten the right head coach. He hasn't established a winning culture. And that's why people on Twitter need to understand that he's like, oh, Poles build a good roster with trading the number 1 overall pick 2 years ago to get a haul from the Carolina Panthers to acquire DJ Moore, Caleb Williams, Tyreek Stevenson. People bring up the Keenan Allen trade. People will bring up the Roma Doomsday pick. But the one thing Ryan Poles has not done, which is very important to team success, and most importantly, your hand-picked quarterback, which was Caleb Williams, is to build the offensive line. And over the past 3 years, I can name you one starter on that offensive line, and that is Darnell Wright. Outside of him, you got Braxton Jones, who's on IR, but let's not act like was ever that good. You got Tevin Jenkins, can never stay healthy. And one of the biggest misses in Ryan Poles' career in this draft was to draft a center. You got Coleman Shelton. And I'm not even faulting him for the Connor Williams miss because Connor Williams is gone. But he had an opportunity to draft a center in the 3rd round. Instead, he went with Kerryon Armaganji, who looks like a complete bum, but he's a rookie, so I'm not going to get on him as much as anybody wants me to. So, with that being, and also the right guard position has been a miss lately. It's been that way ever since Ryan Poles signed Nate Davis, who's been a complete bum. But another reason Ryan Poles needs to be fired is because I don't feel like he's the right guy to get us to the Super Bowl, which is the promised land. And I 100% believe that the Bears organization is not going to fire Ryan Poles. I think that there's not any general manager on the radar right now that I am confident that can do the right hires. But if y'all want me to change my mind on Ryan Poles, he's gonna have to establish a winning culture. It doesn't matter how many good signings he does in the offseason. It doesn't matter if he hires Ben Johnson. The one thing Ryan Poles has never done in his 3 years in Chicago, establish a winning culture. You can have the talent all around, but if you don't establish culture, you're pretty much useless at this point. And I'm done with Ryan Poles. I already know there's going to be some people arguing in the comments section. Listen, I'm not saying fire Ryan Poles after this year because there's no GM on the current market, but I'm officially done with Ryan Poles as of right now. The NFL is a tough son of a bitch, and if you're not cut for the job in 3 years, I'm sorry. I mean, you're not going to win me over, and I've done what I could to defend Ryan Poles. I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do it. Not. The Chase Claypool trade, the Nate Davis trade, the hiring and rehiring Matt Eberflus when he had ample amount of opportunity to be fired, not building a capable offensive line, waited too long on the Justin Fields trade, and this is looking like to be a 6th-round pick only. He sabotaged Justin, and he's doing the exact same thing to Caleb Williams. And I don't care if, and I already know people are going to label me as a Justin sexual, but I knew that if we were going to get Caleb, which we ended up doing, was to address the trenches, and he didn't do that. If Ryan Poles would have fired Matt Eberflus last offseason, then I would have had full confidence. But I don't have confidence right now in Ryan Poles. And unlike some other YouTubers that are Bears content creators who are complete hypocrites, I've always said Ryan Poles will likely stay this offseason. And if he does, and for whatever, and if I'm wrong for whatever the reason, I'm not gonna, get angry about it like most Bears fans would probably. I'll just say thank you for your services, thank you for the quarterback, but this organization does not think you can establish a winning culture. With all the good moves Ryan Poles has done, the one thing that's important is winning culture, and you couldn't provide that. So if you get fired, if Ryan Poles gets fired, I'm not gonna bitch about it. I'll just say, well, next man up. But I think they do that? No. I feel like they're gonna give Ryan Poles one other year, depending if they contract extend him, which I don't think he should have, because some of y'all don't know Ryan Poles' contract with the Chicago Bears expires after next season. Whether they extend him or not, which I don't think I would extend Ryan Poles, because what has he done lately? I'm not sold on Ryan Poles, and y'all can hate me for it, but at this point, we have to start pointing fingers. If we can't point them at Eberflus anymore, we can't point them at because Eberflus is gone. You can't point at the McCaskies. The McCaskies are never going to sell as long as that old decrepit fuck Virginia is still breathing air. We can't point at fingers. And we can't even point fingers at Kevin Warren because he actually gives a fuck. But as far as Ryan Poles goes, I don't trust him to take us to the promised land until we see W's. But anyways, that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comment section down below how y'all feel about my opinion on it. As always, thanks for watching. And fuck no, I'm not saying bear down.